Mid-October, and storm clouds gather over the Cerrado. But there's no rain. Instead, the storm produces dry lightning. And suddenly, the Cerrado is on fire. With no rain for 6 months, the fire spreads quickly across the tinder-dry grassland. The Cerrado residents face their toughest ordeal. Those that can flee, desperate to outrun, outmaneuver the rampant wildfires. The inferno engulfs the termite mounds. Grassland has turned to scorched earth. But the flickerbird chicks are safe, protected by the solid walls built by the termites, along with all the other inhabitants of the mound. The mounds can withstand every disaster in the harsh environment of the Cerrado. They are flame-proof, and the air holes at ground level prevent the inhabitants asphyxiating on smoke and carbon dioxide. Gradually, the survivors appear to take stock. After the fire, rain finally falls. Just as the Cerrado was adapted to drought, it now responds to rain. The plants and trees have their own evolutionary tricks to come back to life after fire. On the burned ground, there is a rush of green as grass seeds germinate. To survive the fires, grasses store their nutrients underground. Even the few trees have evolved thick cork layers to protect the living tissue from fire. And now, activated by rain, the Cerrado transforms into an oasis. Luckily, the giant anteater and her pup escaped this year's fire fronts. Late afternoon, and the rain stops briefly. The conditions are right. Inside the mounds, the queens have been producing offspring different from the usual workers. Termites with wings. And now is the time to reveal why. An invisible signal triggers an exodus of winged males and females from thousands of termite mounds. Once a year, this exquisitely choreographed mating flight is evolution's ingenious method of allowing the siblings from each mound to mate with unrelated termites. It breaks the genetic stranglehold of the single breeding queen from each mound. Every mated female becomes a queen in her own right and returns to the ground with her mate to begin a new mound, eventually laying billions of eggs in her 10-year lifetime. If she lives past tonight. Flocks of birds glide among the mating dancers. gorging themselves on evolution's great gift. As night falls, the termite mounds transform, each sparkling with tiny dots of green light, all appearing synchronized as they start shining. It's as if the stars above the Cerrado have fallen to Earth. This is the larva of the headlight beetle, another mountain squatter. A chemical reaction produces green bioluminescence in a pore in its head. These larvae live buried in the mound walls for up to 3 years. And deep within their DNA, they are programmed for this annual event. Their illumination suddenly switches on, and winged termites are attracted by the light. As they fly close, the vibration from their wings causes the larvae to shine more brightly. And it's a fatal attraction. This spectacular light show illuminates the genius of evolution. But the brilliance doesn't stop there. One last connection unites this community like no other.